Hey, what is going on, everybody? I appreciate you joining me tonight on another live Cops Court and Community live broadcast. I appreciate you guys being here. If you're here for the replay, I appreciate you guys being here. Now, as I always start the show, guys, if you are here for the live broadcast, please make sure you utilize that chat function to leave your comments, your questions, your concerns. And if you're here for the replay, unfortunately, I need you guys to leave those comments, questions, and concerns in the comments section below. So for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Darnell Leeson, and I am your gracious host right here on Cops Court and Community. Now, before I get started, let's just run down what we have on the agenda tonight. So tonight, we have the Excelsior Pass, which if you saw the thumbnail, let me just get myself situated here. If you saw the thumbnail, I pretty much said that your cell phone, which I don't have with me at the moment, is going to be the new domestic passport. And stick around and you'll understand why. The second thing is the real stories from the street, where I share a story, a true story that happened to me at some point during my career. And the third thing on the agenda item is my favorite part of the show, which is the live Q&A. Now, because I got some other things going on, my wife has an interview at 8. There is a hard stop at 7:55. So I'm going to try and run through this the best way I can. I had to leave out a few details because of the scheduling conflict, but I'm going to try and give it all to you the best way I can. Before I get started, again, let me say thank you to those who supported the last live broadcast. Roopster 760, Rolling on Three Wheels, and Big Mac Sam. Each of those individuals donated to the show in some form of donation, whether it was through the Cash App, Ko-fi, PayPal. They did, what they felt was necessary, and I appreciate every single dollar that I get. Every dollar goes back into the program. It takes a lot of resources. It takes a lot of time to put together not just a live broadcast, but it takes time to put together any upload, as they call it. So, everything goes back into the show. So I appreciate it. I'm not going to put up, the Cash App, QR code, but all of the descriptions that you need, guys, to help support the show. Any information that I have pertaining to the show as far as show notes are concerned, those are going to be in the description box below. And, anything else that I find is necessary. But check out the links below. They will definitely be a benefit to you guys. So let's just get right into the Excelsior Pass, which is just a branded term for the state of New York itself. So as I said with the EPA live that I did a few weeks ago, this information, it's not endorsed by the state of New York. This is information that they put out that I'm just bringing to you. I had to go through it, and I'm just bringing it to you guys' attention. So the Excelsior Pass is a digital pass that offers free, voluntary way to share COVID-19 vaccination or negative COVID-19 test status in accordance to New York State guidelines. Now, I know it says voluntary, but if you guys saw, I think it was Contagious or Contagion. I can't remember which name it was, with Matt Damon. Check out that movie, because that movie is really the playbook of what's going on right now with this COVID pandemic. Check out that movie. You'll see step by step how it started, just like with COVID, and then the final play of the story. And everything that's happened, I swear to you guys, everything that's happened in that movie, step by step, has happened, what's happening now. As part of the initial launch, what's going to happen is the Excelsior Pass can and it will be used by participating New Yorkers at theaters, major stadiums and arenas, wedding receptions, catered events, and other events in accordance with New York State guidelines. So what does that mean? If you're here in New York and you want to go to Yankee Stadium, you want to go to Citi Field, you want to go see the Knicks play at Madison Square Garden, you want to go to the Barclays Center, any of those big major events, they're telling you that it's voluntary, that you have this pass so you can gain entry. But I think it's going to be mandatory. And I had a conversation with some coworkers, last week about this. And if anybody is old enough to remember, when you went to a restaurant, you had smoking and you had non-smoking. Same thing. I was on a flight. You had a smoking section on the airplane and you had a non-smoking section. That's what's going to happen. Mark my words. Mark this date and time. That's going to happen. You're going to be at a restaurant somewhere and they're going to have a vaccinated section of the restaurant and a non-vaccinated section. And you're going to need that pass to utilize any of these services. So similar to the mobile online boarding pass, which I use all of the time. I don't print out any boarding pass. I utilize my phone. Individuals are going to either have to print out their pass or they're going to store it on, their smartphones using that Excelsior Pass Wallet app. Now, each pass will have a secure QR code, which participating businesses and venues can scan using their companion app to verify proof of COVID-19 negative test results or proof of vaccination. So listen, I said it's voluntary, but if I own a business and I want to make sure I'm safe, I want to make sure that, my employees are safe and my patrons that are coming in, they're safe. You best believe I'm going to turn around and require that you show me proof or you're not coming in. Just like you see when you walk in, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Guarantee you're going to see no vaccination record, no service. That's what's happening, guys. Go check out that movie. When I tell you that's a play-by-play of what's going on now, that information is true to what we're going through right now. So now major venues have already, remember what I said, it was voluntary, but now major venues have already announced that they're going to begin utilizing the technology in coming weeks. Like I said, Madison Square Garden in New York City, and beginning next week, upstate in Albany, the Times Union Center. Now, in a couple of days, the Excelsior Pass, it's going to expand. Listen very carefully. It will expand to smaller arts, entertainment, and event venues. What does that mean? You want to go check out a movie. Maybe you don't want to go to a major ball game. Maybe you don't want to, go see a major concert at Madison Square Garden or even at the Barclays Center. But maybe you and the family, you want to go check out a movie at your local movie theater or a smaller venue. Like I said at the beginning of the presentation, wedding parties. Now, I know there's a lot of catering halls around the state, and that's what's going to be considered, a smaller entertainment venue. So all of these places, again, smaller arts, entertainment, and event venues. Those places are going to look, for that particular pass. I mean, right now, again, it's voluntary. They're going to say, all right, you don't need it, but they're going to demand it at some point. If we don't, start doing the right thing and these numbers don't, continue to come down, best believe that they're going to require it. So who can get a pass? Now, anyone vaccinated or tested for COVID-19 in New York is eligible for a pass, and there are currently three, count them, three different types of passes. You have the COVID-19 vaccination pass, the COVID-19 PCR test pass, and the COVID-19 antigen test pass, which is the rapid COVID test. Now, this is what validates the test. Which validates the pass. Now, the COVID-19 vaccination pass, it's going to be it's currently available for 30 days after you take your vaccination. So after either you get the single J&J shot or you get the two of the other companies, if you get the Moderna, the Pfizer, if you get the two shots, once you receive it, your pass will be valid for 30 days. After 30 days, you're going to have to go to the Excelsior Pass website and download another pass, which doesn't make any sense to me. If it's valid, it's valid. The second one, the PCR test, and that's the little nasal swab. It's going to be valid until midnight on the third day after your test. So again, if you want to go to one of these major events, which they already require, you have the test, you'll download your pass and it'll be valid, 3 days after you take the test. And the quick rapid test, obviously it's going to be valid for only 6 hours after you take that rapid COVID test. So pretty much that's it, guys. I know I'm trying to run through this and give you the best information as I possibly can. But right now, New York State is leading the pack with this Excelsior Pass, or the virtual, or whatever you want to call it, vaccination domestic, as I call it, the domestic passport. I sincerely expect a lot of these states to follow suit, and they're going to require it. Again, take a look at that movie with Matt Damon. Again, I apologize. I can't recall if it's Contagious or Contagion. It's there. They laid it all out in this movie, and it came out long before COVID-19, emerged. But check out that movie, and you'd be very, very surprised. Very good movie. I sincerely enjoyed it because it just gave me an insight. And watching it, I said, I want to see what's going to happen at the end of this movie. And sure enough, what I'm talking about now, showing your domestic passport so you can travel within, which is crazy. Travel within your own country. You're going to need it. It's unfortunate. So that's it on the domestic passport thing. Let me jump into the comments and catch up with you guys. So Rolling on Three Wheels saying hello. What's going on? As I always tell everybody, Rolling on Three Wheels started with me back in the day when I first started the whole Cops Court and coffee thing very early on in the day. Which of course now it's Cops Court and Community. So we definitely did a rebrand. My man Terry, the Barefoot Vlogger. Happy Wednesday. What's going on, Terry? Terry, just like Rolling on Three, they are also content creators. Rolling on Three Wheels. He does his podcast and his YouTube channel based on the Riker three-wheel motorcycle. And Terry, the Barefoot Vlogger. If anybody's interested in moving to Florida, go check out his channel. Subscribe to both of their channels. I always say it, support, all of these content creators, because it costs you nothing, to get out there and support them. So what's going on with you guys? How are you? Conversations with D&D. Good evening to all. Barefoot Vlogger. Oh, sorry. Chill Man, still chill. Good greetings, folks. What's going on? Chill Man, still chill. Has been consistent with every single live that I've done. So I appreciate you being here. Us Man, US Man. I can never remember. Us Man. Saying best keep your phone charged up. Yes, because if you want to come into my establishment, I want to see that vaccination pass. So appreciate that. And Set Free and Delivered. What's up, brother? At Cops Court and Community. What is going on? Set Free and Delivered. Appreciate you being here and supporting the channel as always as well. So let's just keep moving on through the agenda. We are making some decent time. We are at 7:21. We are 21 minutes into the live. So let's just jump into the second agenda item, which is the real stories from the streets. All right. So this story goes back quite a few years. I want to think maybe like 2005, maybe 2006. I'm on a post with a fellow officer who's now been promoted to sergeant, and we were working a 7 to 3 tour, and it was quiet. I mean, nothing going on. I mean, very little traffic out. It was nice. It was cool. The weather was great. We were just hanging out. We were enjoying our time together, conversating about what's going on with the job and the families and things like that. And we were both very, into, doing our job. So that means car stops, making arrests, protecting the citizens of the state of New York, just doing our job. And I believe, and I'll keep him anonymous, so we'll just call him Ben. Okay. So Ben says to me, it's just awfully quiet. I wish something, would go on. And I remarked, yeah, it's quiet. The day is going to drag, maybe it'll pick up. Maybe something will happen. And no sooner than that, you heard what sounded like a tire popping, or something like that. And we just looked at one another like, what the hell was that? But we paid it no mind. And not even 10 seconds later, this U.S. Postal truck starts, crossing over the intersection, and he's driving towards us, and he's yelling out the window, "Somebody just got shot." And we look at one another, Ben and I, like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Somebody just got shot right up the street there." So we look at one another, and I forgot we were with a third officer who was in his patrol car, and we just call him Steve. So Steve doesn't know what's going on because he's inside the patrol car, and Ben and I were standing outside because we're conversing with one another. And we're like, oh, wait a minute, that's what we heard. So we immediately took off running. We ran. And if anybody's from New York City, you know what a city block is like. We literally ran from 36th Street to 35th Street. And we see an Asian gentleman, regular street clothes, with a gun out. So at that point, we see a guy on the ground. And you ever hear how people say it was like an out-of-body experience? That's what it seemed like for me at that moment. Seeing that gun, seeing that person on the ground, and everything, I kid you not, everything just froze for me. And it literally seemed like I could do like a complete 360 of what was going on. I don't know if my senses were heightened at that moment, but literally traffic was going by on the major road and everything just stopped. I remember I looked at this New York City yellow cab. He's looking at me. I'm looking at Ben. And it was just like, what the heck is going on? So right away, things just unfroze and we're still moving in time. And a local precinct car comes racing by, kind of cuts us off. I got to unholster. My partner unholsters. Now, to this day, he'll say he saw a shield around the Asian guy's neck. I never saw that. All I saw was the guy on the ground screaming in pain. So I say, what the hell is going on here? Who's the bad guy? I don't know if the bad guy is the Asian guy. I don't know who's who. I don't know what's going on. So at that moment, that precinct car that I said, kind of cut us off, screeched, he jumps out and he jumps on the guy that's on the ground. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the guy on the, with the gun. The guy with the gun is still standing there. So now I'm getting ready, to train my firearm in this guy. But at the last second, I don't know what made me say, all right, maybe this is the good guy. And again, I don't know what's going on. But people all around is screaming, oh, this guy, he just stabbed, a bunch of people. And people are just bleeding. So now I take my focus off the bad guy and I'm looking up the street and I just see a body here, a body there, a lady with a bloody, I remember a white poodle just like holding his dog. And again, I'm saying to myself, what the hell is going on? And again, all of this is going very quick. So I know the story seems a little long, but everything's happening like real time. So now I'm like, all right, what's going on? I see my partner. I see another precinct officer. They're on this one bad guy. So now I go over to the lady that's holding this bloody dog. And I'm like, what happened? and she said, "Oh, he stabbed my dog." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, stabbing people? He's cutting people, stabbing dogs? What's going on?" So I turn back around, and now I see my partner and this precinct officer. They're fighting with this guy now. So I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" So now I got to shift gears. I turn around, I jump on the guy. We eventually have to pepper spray this guy. Even after he's shot, man, he's got a hole in his stomach, and he's still fighting. Pepper sprayed him. He's still fighting. I tell you, that was probably one of the scariest moments, in my career. But eventually we get this guy handcuffed, and now you got lights and sirens and ambulances, fire trucks. It just seemed like we shut down the whole city at that point. But that's what happened. That's a real story. Turns out that this guy was walking from downtown Manhattan, and he had some type of mental issue. This is what we find out later on, during the legal proceedings of what occurred. And he stopped in a restaurant and asked them, "Hey, could I just, use the bathroom?" They threw him out. They said, "No, it's for customers only." And the guy started to leave, and I guess something just triggered inside his head, and he went back inside, went into the kitchen area, grabbed a knife, started cutting up, one of the employees there. And, he walked out, and as he started walking uptown, and again, anybody's from New York, they're familiar, uptown, downtown, crosstown, he's walking uptown now, and anybody that's in his way, he's just, man, he's sticking them. Or, he sliced the guy's ear that was like kind of hanging off. It was a mess, a day that I will never, ever, ever forget. That was probably in my entire career, I'd say that was the first time I've had to draw my weapon. And since then, I think I've only had to draw my weapon maybe 1 or 2 additional times. So listen, it was a tense situation. It was very stressful. And if you've never, ever experienced a out-of-body experience, it's something that I will never, ever, ever forget. So that's my real story from the street. I don't want to say I hope you enjoyed it, but that just goes to show you how, things can change, in a split second, for all of us out there, not just, me in uniform, but, somebody that's working in a hospital setting. There was a shooting, at my wife's hospital, and thank God she wasn't at work. It was a patient, and I don't know all of the particulars, but even in a hospital setting, you got to be on guard. It's not a great time, and this happened again years ago, but more so now. Just be careful out there, guys. Be aware of your surroundings. Look people in the eye. I know I commented on the Barefoot Vlogger's video when he did his live, and I don't recall what the topic was, but again, you got to look people in their eye, and it kind of makes them feel a little bit uncomfortable because they feel, oh, this person is going to recognize me, and they're just gonna, hey, move along. But pay attention to what's going on, guys. Keep yourself safe. So that's my real story from the street. We are at 7:30, so I got another 25 minutes, 30 minutes into the live stream. So let me jump back into the comments and see where we are at with you guys. The Barefoot Vlogger says, here in Florida, our governor has publicly gone on record saying vaccine passports are completely unacceptable. So it's already a political football, no surprise there. Yes, Terry, absolutely. I do recall seeing that press conference with Ron DeSantis. And I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. I think it's a good idea. And I think privacy issues are, also. So I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I think it's a great idea. We're never going to beat this, virus down, 100%. But we need to do everything that we can to make sure that, we are all safe. So I think it's a good idea. But on the flip side of it all, I think, maybe there is some privacy concerns. I haven't dug too much into it. Again, this is just very, very new. The what do they call it? The mainstream media is just starting to report on it now. Other than the governor's press conference, Governor Cuomo, who's got his hands full, unfortunately, right now. There's just not a whole lot of information out there. I know IBM has something to do with it, but that's all I know. So I'm gonna keep, digging and seeing what I can find. Chill Man Still Chill says, I am fully vaccinated, but I wonder how often I will have to receive the shot, i.e. every 10 years. I guess it's still too new to know. Yeah, I know they mentioned something maybe a week or two ago where they said, there may be a chance that we'll need like a booster shot, like, I guess the flu. You got to get it every year. But I sincerely hope that, we can really stomp out this this deadly virus, and not have to go through it. Hopefully these vaccines, take hold and we'll never have to get another shot again. I hope that's the case. Rolling on Three Wheels says he remembers that day. There you go. He rolling on three wheels. Like I said, that guy's been rolling with me from day one. Set free and delivered. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy day. Conversations with D&D. Wow. Talk about an adrenaline rush. And Carter Harris. What to it from Chicago? Carter Harris, what's going on? I appreciate you joining the community. Thank you so much for being here and checking in. So I think I'm caught up with you guys. So let's just continue rolling right along and jump into. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something about the comment of the week? I have to forego the comment of the week because of the time restraints. But I'm going to jump right into my favorite part of the show. Live Q&A. So I know Big Mac Sam, who's normally here, always says, oh, is it on topic or whatever we want to talk about? So it is whatever you guys want to talk about. Any questions, comments, concerns, throw them up there. And while we figure out what our questions are going to be, as I always say, please don't forget to hit the like button. It's very important to me. It's very important to the algorithm. And it just helps. That's all it is. It just helps. And as I mentioned too, please don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. So Carter, since I believe this is your first time here, like button and please subscribe. And once you do me a favor in the comment section, not in the live chat, in the comment section below, just put I subscribe and I will personally take the time and welcome you to the community. So I think I am all caught up with the comments. So let's just start with the Q&A, guys. But I'll start while you guys think. And I always say, what makes me an expert in what I do? One, it's my time on the job. It's the number of summonses that I've written. It's the number of arrests that I have made. Now, anytime I go to court and I have to testify, whether it's in a traffic-related court situation or a criminal court situation, the judges or the district attorneys, they always say, this officer is an expert based on number of arrests or number of summonses. So am I an expert? I'd say I am. I pulled up my service record with respect to the number of summonses that I have done. And to date, it's well over 8,000, I believe, 200 right now. And that's only with the current agency that I'm with. That doesn't even factor in the thousands of summonses that I did with the previous agency. So do I know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So any questions, comments, or concerns? Let's see. Rolling on Three Wheels says they are already faking COVID shot cards. See, that right there doesn't make any sense. Who is that for? that's not for you. You know, you're spending your money, getting these cards made up. But who is it for? There's a database for this information. You know, you go get a shot. Yeah, they'll fill out that little paper card. But what's going to happen? It goes into the state database. So somebody's going to be able to verify it. So I'm assuming, you know, you're going to use that to try and gain entry, because they said you can show these cards to gain entry. But you're not protecting anybody. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping, you know, combat this virus. You're not doing any of that by, you know, buying a fake, you know, a vaccination card. And, you know, if that's used to, I guess, travel or fly or anything like that, you best believe, you know, these major airlines, they're going to have access, like they already do. They have access to a lot of records. How do you think, you know, you get on this no-fly list? You think, you know, the government is calling each individual airline and saying, hey, you know, Steve Smith can't fly anymore? No, there's a database, and all of this information is there. So if you're wanted and there's some type of warrant or something for your arrest and you go to fly, how do you think they know where you are? There's a database. So whatever the reason is that these people are trying to get these fake vaccination cards, I don't know, but I don't know. A Rich in the house saying, what up? What's going on? A Rich down in Tampa, Florida. See you in what, a month and a half? A Rich saying at Chill Man, they said it's annual like the flu shot. Well, A Rich, you're gonna get that that vaccine? Let me know. But A Rich is saying right now that it's gonna be, you know, annually. So is it annually for 2 shots? Is it 1 shot, a booster shot? We don't know. Not enough information out there. So I guess we'll all have to keep, you know, our eyes and ears open for that. While the comments are still coming in, let me say what's up to all of my people on Facebook and Twitter. This broadcast is going out live to them, so my apologies for not acknowledging you guys at the top of the broadcast. But thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate all of you being here. You know, absorbing, you know, my information. And again, my apologies that I have a hard stop at 7:55. But there are other things that have to be done. So still, I'm sorry. A Rich says, no, she's not getting it. And I don't get flu shots either. Listen, I got the flu shot very early on, maybe 6-7 years ago. I can't remember. That's not even early on. But I had a very bad reaction to it. So at that point, I said, I'm never taking another one again. A Rich is saying, allegedly, Johnson & Johnson does have a 1-shot option versus the 2 for Pfizer. Yes, I know you kind of joined us a little late, but listen, I appreciate you being here, A Rich. I definitely do. But yeah, Johnson & Johnson, you know, is a 1-shot deal versus the others, which is 2 shots that you get 21 days apart. But the problem is, you can't go to a vaccination place and say, hey, I want the Johnson & Johnson, or give me the Pfizer, or give me the Moderna. You get what you get, man. What else? So we are all caught up on the comments. No questions, comments, concerns. That's good, I guess. But I can't wait to bring you guys on my next broadcast the comment of the week. It was, I'd say, a good one. And someone sent me a message and they questioned, why do I respond to negative? Well, one, I like them. And I like the positive as well. So I'm going to respond to everybody. And I don't care how bad the comment may be. I still respond to it. And sometimes I guess the filter will catch a lot of the comments, so it's held for review, and I'll read it and I'm like, whoa, this is way over the top. But you know what? I'm not suppressing your constitutional rights or your free speech, so I push it through. I say, go right ahead. I comment, to their comment, and listen, all it does is helps, just speaking to Terry the other day, we had a telephone conversation. I enjoy it. We both enjoy the comments because it just shows that, hey, this content is engaging. So people are commenting. So I push them all through. So you can say whatever you want to say. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I got very thick skin. I'm a big boy. I can take it all. So bring on the comments, bring on the likes, the questions. Bring it. I love it. What else we got here? We're just going to click over to the Facebook side. You guys can't see it, unfortunately, to see if there's anything pending there, which it is not, which I guess is a great thing. So we are all caught up, guys. Again, yeah, we're all caught up. But again, it's 5 of you here. I don't care if it was just one of you. We're having a conversation. But thank you for being here. I know I'm running through this really, really quickly. But the replay, guys, thank you so much for checking in for the replay. I guess the next broadcast will probably be in a couple of weeks. I'm excited to say that in May, I'll be down with the family in Florida. So I will be definitely doing a live from sunny Florida, the Sunshine State. Haven't quite figured out what day and time. It's probably going to be either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't be consistent with the days, but I try to be very consistent. Be consistent with the time at 7 o'clock because of everybody else that do their lives as well. So Terry, the Barefoot Vlogger, we got Keith with Rolling on Three Wheels, Eric from the Eric Evolving channel. Everybody does something on different days. You can check out Terry Saturdays, Eric and Keith on Fridays, and a lot of things kind of overlap. So I'll jump in, spend a little bit of time, showing my support. And then I got to jump off to go check out somebody else. But listen, it's a community. And, that's what it's about, getting out there and supporting one another. Yes. The Barefoot Vlogger, Florida, baby. Yes, sir. Definitely can't wait to get down there. So I think we are going to be wrapping up. I know it was quick, guys, but, I just wanted to get the information out there. I don't have to add a whole lot of fluff to these things. If, there were more comments, obviously we'd be engaging. But I know with the time constraints, I don't want to push it beyond that hard stop of 7:55. But again, please, guys, hit the like button, which I tend to say at the beginning, of the broadcast. Hit the like button as you come into the room. Don't forget to hit the like button before you leave. It's very important to me to do so. Again, don't forget to subscribe. And as I always say, and how I end every single show is with this, my favorite verse of the Bible. And it says, finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. I say it over and over and over again. It means something. All of you. That means me too. Be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another. Listen, I love each and every one of you that are here, that, support me in everything that I do. I think I just hit like 7,330 subscribers to the community, and it's all family, so 7 of you here right now. I appreciate every last one of you being here. It means a lot. So be compassionate, guys, and be humble. I am very, very humble with, the support that I get, on this channel, the likes, the subs, the comments, the engagement. It means, it means the world to me. So I appreciate you guys being here. I know it was quick. I'm going to jump back into the comments and see where we're at. Rolling on Three Wheels says, I'll be live Friday. Check out his channel. Again, Rolling on Three Wheels does a lot of giveaways. I do have a giveaway that I wanted to do tonight, but because of the time constraints, I'm just going to push it, you know, to the next live that I do. Check him out. The Barefoot Vlogger says, great verse. Appreciate it, Terry. Thank you so much, man. Please send my and Daniel's regards to your wife, please. Thank you. A Rich. Yes. Amen to that. All right, guys. I got to jump off. I got to get the wife on. She's got, you know, an interview to do. And, you know, I got to take over baby duties, you know. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Please be careful out there. Take care of one another. Take care of yourselves. And, of course, I'll see you guys in the next live. Check me out in the next upload. I got, TikTok. Oh, check me out on TikTok. All social media platforms. I'm there. Try and make it as fun and engaging as I can. And love you all. I'll see you guys soon.